Friend. So in this video, we will talk about the security baseline when it comes to Microsoft group policies. We all know that in Microsoft Word or in Microsoft Working Solution, we create OUs, we create we place servers in those OU actually, and then we place GPOs. But in if you look at the structure right now, I have a fresh installed domain controller where I have created one OU for X company, and then I have servers, and kind of different kind of server OS specific OUs, and then Windows 11, and then different versions. The reason I did set up this OU is that I will show you how we can make the security more robust by using Microsoft recommendations when it comes to MBSA. And I would say that it's very important for you to understand what is MBSA. Microsoft Security Baseline Policies, those are. You can definitely read something here on the Microsoft documentation. This Microsoft is in normally when you set it up an environment, or you have in your existing environment, you have servers in OUs, and you don't have any hardening actually. So Microsoft is releasing a lot of recommendations and security baseline group policies which you can use in your environment and make your environment more secure. But I would recommend you to read more about these stuffs before you implement it, because when you will implement these Microsoft security baseline policies, the each there will might be many things will stop working because you are restricting open scope actually. You're I mean, when I say scope, you are restricting all open things which you don't need, or maybe you need, but then you need to put an exceptions on those policies actually. But there are some basic baselines when it comes from Microsoft. That's I would recommend all administrators and the architects or the technician who are responsible for implementing these things, please use them. Microsoft has spent a lot of efforts in creating them and testing them, and enabling to the society. So read more about it, because by implementing these security baselines, you will make your environment so secure. You will stop an open field for attackers, and then will only allow what is needed for your applications or your environment actually. And there are a lot of the policies actually when it comes to this. Otherwise, when you set up a server directly and place in OUs, all the ports are open actually by default. When I say you don't restrict anything, who can take RDP, who can connect to our terminal services. Definitely some people create some custom policies, but that's up to you. But there are some baseline created by Microsoft, and there are a lot of things actually. I don't think I can talk all those about settings, because if you see, there are thousands settings Microsoft has created actually. And those are specific to editions like 2022 OS, 2025, Windows 11, 24H2 version, 25H2. So yeah, read this. There is a very good documentation Microsoft has created, and I would recommend, please have it in your environment, and then you will see how robust and secure environment you are setting it up, or you are making it for your customers. So how let's start with a little bit technical stuffs. So you can read on security baseline stuffs on the Microsoft article, but then you need to download the template, the group policies. So you can search Microsoft Security Compliance Toolkit. It's very easy to just search it. You will get it the link in the Google, and then you can read the descriptions about it, what it covers. And I will click on download. It says what you want to download, and I will say okay, let's download everything. There it is. Let's hope I have got everything now. Now it's getting it. That's why it's taking time. So I've got baseline security policies from Microsoft for all my OS, and they are still coming in. So hope this is done. Let's check the download sections. Yeah, looks like they are downloaded. Now it was refresh. Okay, so what I have done actually, as I said, I have created a structure. This is my ex company in the OU where I'm putting all my resources there. And then in the group policy I have created a lot of sample policies, and I will first start with the server 2025 two group policies actually. So here is the Microsoft baseline security policies for this. I will extract it. There are many. Okay, let's go in to the group, and I will select in one sample policy and will say import settings. Next, we don't have to take any backup because this is blank. Let's go, and then it will ask me, okay, where is the folder actually, where from where you want to upload it, in import in here actually. So I will go into my uh, downloads. Done. Server 2025. Then I have a baselines. Let's see, no backup found. We have to go more down in. We have a GPOs. No. So there are many settings came in. Let's expand it actually. It depends on there are some for domain controllers which are only applicable for domain controllers, and in my case my domain controller is 2025, so I can use them. Then domain security, these three are for domain controllers. Then we have some for member servers, then we have defenders, then we have credentials. So let's start with a member servers policy. Next, next, and I will copy this name because I will use some kind of identification for them. Yeah, I made a copy of it. Let's finish it up. So now I have imported a lot of settings which Microsoft has recommended, and I will rename it so I don't mess it up. Right, that's great. And you can see the settings actually. Yeah, and if you want to really read about all those settings, you need to definitely read a lot actually. I have used those with many customers, so I know when I'm implementing what I need to take care about actually. If there's a problem, I know how to fix it up. So if you want to start with this, learn it first and then implement it customer side. Otherwise, you might face a lot of issues. But I would say you must use it. My recommendations are very clear on this. And then I will apply this to server 2025. So now any machine which will come in this OU will have this policy, will have those settings implemented. And if you really want to yeah, put an make some changes to these, do not make changes to the standard policies. You can create another policy which could be, and you can change settings in that policy and make it as an exception, like I can do some rename it, and then I could say exception, like you can follow any naming convention you need. And I can say okay, link is here because I want to make some changes here, and I can see okay, my first policy link order is this, and then my second policy link order is this. So Yeah. You will see one difference is when you imported the settings, it has all the machine-based policies, and it has automatically disabled user configuration policies. And that's what I also recommend when if you are implementing some settings based on user base, then don't forget to disable. I'm sorry, if you are implementing for computer-based policies, don't forget to disable user base. Otherwise, more policies, you don't want your machines to read all the settings on from the user side when it's a machine-based setting, even though it's blank. So it's a best practice to have it and keep environment very in a good posture. So we did one for 2025. We will pick another 2025 settings. Let's see what else we have. There are a lot of settings actually, as I said. Let's pick a defender recommendations, which Microsoft says about when it comes to securities. Let's finish up with the 2025 stuff. Yeah, I mistake the name actually, but I can definitely pick the name from here. We need to go in here, we need to go in here, and then we had a GPOs. Yeah, we can pick it from there. I think it's hard to get a little bit. And it is called view settings. Just ignore it. Yeah, and we can pick it from here actually, the name, and then I can cancel it. Okay, it didn't get copied. Copy. Yeah, so here we go. And then we can link this here as well. So now I have implemented all machine-based policies which Microsoft says about 2025 hardening. These are the security baselines. As I said, if you need to read more what it does actually, you need to read it actually here. There are a lot of settings, and yeah, EFI lock and these settings enabled. You need to understand what it does. And now we can do it for 2022. And one more thing, as I said, there are a lot of settings based on applications as well. So here it is when it comes to servers. If you want to implement any settings for what Microsoft recommends for IE, when it comes to computer and user base, you can make those as use those as well. It's up to you what is your requirement, but I would say use it. I always use it, so it's always good to use Microsoft security recommendations in your environment. So now we will do something for the 2022 servers baselines, and let's go back to our folders and then find out where is 2022. This is server we have done already. Here it is, security baseline for. Here it is, and then we go in here I will use my another templates, import in here. Let's go to that folder. GPOs. Right. It's the same kind of naming conventions, but you can definitely read it. Member servers. And I will rename it with the same name. So you can definitely follow different naming conventions when you define the name for the group policies. It's up to you what you follow in your environment. So we are just doing here in lab, so I don't have those such requirements here. But when it comes to customer side, you definitely do, and then you follow their GPO naming structure actually. Let's find out more. Defender is the one I always like. Let's import all actually. We have done this member servers. Now we have left with credentials one. All right. So as there are also for the IE and everything, you can definitely use it if you the case you need it, right? But here let's do a little quick. Otherwise, it's gonna be a very long video. But you understand the motto of this video actually what I'm trying to explain actually and how you can just start using it and testing it. So we have imported Microsoft Security baselines for Server 2022, 2025 and implemented. You can link it to where you needed those, and it's good to have it, and I can say you must have it. But you should read it. Otherwise, if you have not used it before and you are running an environment, you are placing them actually, there is a probability a lot of things will break. So you have to be very conscious when you do it. Okay, let's explore Windows 11 actually. And Windows 11, we know that Windows 11 have a lot of builds. So there are 22H2, there are 23H2, there are 24H2. We are not going to focus on 23H2 or 22H2. We will be doing mostly on 24H2 and 25H2. But there are actually policies if you want to use it. So everything is in download when you get it. Let's find out 25H2. It's here. Yeah, it's extracted. And we will, as I said, we are just talking from machine side, but there are also some baseline for Windows 65 when it comes to, sorry, Microsoft of application 65, and there are policy for this as well. We could, and this is something you can use in all your environment actually. If you are having using Office 65 application and then you want to implement the baseline security policies, definitely you must use it actually. There are also for edge actually, I would say, yeah, here there are the edge baseline security policies. And each vendor, like if you think about Chrome also have some kind of base security line policies, maybe Mozilla as well, the browser, or some X application. If they have it, then you can implement those security baseline via group policies, importing those settings into group policies and placing it now accordingly. So now we gonna look into Windows 11. We're gonna import some here. I think I would need more GPOs. Copy, paste. Let's make a copies. Paste. Let's make copies. Don't worry, we will make more copies actually. Yeah. So let's start with the 24H2, and we can use our first one which we created. We can go to import. We will go to the folders we have created for 24H2, Windows 11, GPOs, and here we have many actually. So as we say, we have computer-based policy when it comes to BitLocker, and yeah, I will start with the one first. Let's import more. Credential guard. We're gonna upload Defender antivirus. And then we're gonna use something more actually from here. We have done BitLocker, we have done computer credential defenders, we have domain securities. It's not domain controller, this is domain securities. So yeah. Hmm. Okay, so we have uploaded, imported four Windows 24S2 policies actually here, and we're gonna link them all here. Now one go. So these are four baselines I've imported, and let's move to 25H2 actually. Let's make some more copies. I think we need it actually. And then we're gonna import some 25H2 policies. I can just do this computer one because you understand the logic and why we are doing this. Let's rename it, and then I'm gonna link here. You can definitely import everything. But the next we are gonna do is application-based policies, the baseline policies, and let's start with the very favorite one is the edge one. So for Microsoft Edge, we have one policy which Microsoft will release uh, according to timelines with the uh, what more security they are implementing application you can use it actually in your environment. So is one, and I'm gonna import it. And we know this is a Microsoft Edge, so we use Microsoft Edge on all the environment, all the OSs. So let's link it everywhere. Oh, I forgot to rename it actually. Yeah. There are some settings actually. You can see the Microsoft is recommended, and this is Microsoft MSFT. So let's rename it MSFT Edge. baseline security policy. Yeah. And then we're gonna link it everywhere. Yeah, I think I messed it up. Delete, delete here, and then link the edge one. This is the edge policy. So this is how you have implemented edge security baselines on all the OS. And now we will import Microsoft App 365 baseline policies. It's in here actually, GPO, and there are four baseline policies. One is computer based, sorry, two are computer based, or two are computer based, three are user based. So let's start with this first one. So if you are using Microsoft 365 app on your environment, I would say just use these settings. And as I said many times, you should read those settings, what this does actually. Because maybe these are settings are causing problem for an environment or application, or something is not working as it should. So you should understand the settings before implementing it. And if you think uh, yeah, you need to have it on the parent, but you need some setting to be changed, you can create an exception policy, and then define based on priorities actually. So in my environment, I'm gonna use Office 365 app on 2025 OS. So what I will do actually, I will import in here, and this is computer based policy. Yeah, good. And I will import one user based policy as well. There are many actually. Definitely, when I'm working with the customer side and I have responsibility to build environment, I always import those settings actually. So I would also recommend you follow it, and I think you already, some of you know already using it and know better. But for others who doesn't know it, it's good to follow the best practices. So yeah, I have a users in my 2025. I'm using Office 365 app, and now I want to implement user-based policies. Yeah, and maybe I will use my client machines will also use Windows 65 app. So I will both import in, and here it is. You can definitely go through with the settings what it does, but yeah, it's time taking, and you need to read it actually everything what it does. But I think you have got the motto of this video. Why it's very important to implement the best practices for the customer side, or in the environment you are building up. The IT area is not that easy now as it was many years before. The attack vectors are a lot, and there are a lot of breaches happening. So it's good to build an environment which is very safe. And I would recommend all the IT administrators and everyone's to please follow these recommendations. You will definitely build a very good solution by following this. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share further. Thank you.